my kitchen. I never thought I would do cooking videos, but I'm really starting to do a lot more and want to share with you guys. So these are the muffins that I always make for my staff. They always ask me for the recipe, and I usually don't have a recipe because I don't like to measure. So I did make it a point today to measure for you guys, but you can really be flexible with this because I'm going to show you what kind of texture you should have by the end of, with your end product. So I started here, and actually there's a funny story with this. I didn't really have a name for those muffins, and one time, a few weeks ago, my husband left with some muffins, and I guess he dropped one on the ground, and he said, "Nathalie, your muffins are bouncing because of what's in the muffins." I use egg white, so it's quite, it's holding really well together. So as a joke, we basically named them the bouncy muffins. So let's start here. The first thing that I have in the bowl here are 3 or 4 small ripe bananas, so they're already in here. The next thing that I'm going to put are actually the egg whites. So this is 500 milliliter of egg whites. I'm going to slowly start it together. There's not really an order to things other than, you know, when we add the baking powder as well. So that'll be my next ingredient to make sure that, so we have that. The next thing that I'm going to put is the coconut oil. The one that I'm using right now is from Bulletproof, so it's already liquid, but if you don't have it, you can use this and heat it so it becomes liquid. And then now we're shaking again. I'm going to switch over to this spoon here. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to put for these muffins are organic frozen berries. And you can put whatever you want. Sometimes I'll put grounded nuts, sometimes I'll put apples, sometimes I'll put, you know, whatever mixed berries you have. And the nice thing is you can put them frozen. So that's the next thing. After this, I'm going to put, actually I do start with the chia seeds. And then I have half a cup of flaxseed. That was half a cup of chia seed. I'll put the recipe beside the video so you guys don't have to necessarily take notes. So as you can see, this is pretty rich in a lot of things, fiber being one, and then protein as well, but we're even going to do a bit more than this. So this is the protein. So the protein, the vegetarian protein is this. So I'm going to put that in here. So I have 2 scoops. Again, it's just to really increase the protein content. So now with the egg whites and the protein, splashing myself here, protein powder, it's really increasing the amount of protein that we have available here. Almost done. And then the last ingredient that we have here is 2 cups of almond flour. And this is where, you know, you have to play with the texture. So I'm gonna the texture should be fairly nice and thick actually. So starting to look good. I have put myself some extra flour here, almond flour here, just in case I need it to touch up a bit. But nope, we've got the texture. I could use a little bit more, but just a tad. So we're going to bake this for, depending on what fruit you've used, it might need to bake a little bit more. But usually it's anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. But again, do make sure that you check it. When you have blueberries, a bit of a heads up is that blueberries make it a little bit darker, so the muffins will look quite a bit darker. And the next thing we do is I'm using this, which doesn't really go in the oven, so I take a flat pan and I put that on it. And then I really love those Parchemin culinary baking cups. Why? Because they don't stick. Before I found out, because those muffins are so healthy that they don't have a huge amount of fat other than the coconut oil, I found that the regular paper will really stick to it, and by the time you open it, it's almost like all the muffin is glued to the paper. But with this, when it's cooked and when I take it out of the oven, I just take the parchemin paper right off, and it is awesome. So that's about how much I would fill the muffins. So this recipe makes for definitely 2 plates of that. And then these are the muffins when they're cooked. So as you can see, very healthy, very high in a lot of nutrients, and they're awesome to eat on the go and pack in your lunch. So have fun trying my bouncy muffins.